Now, let me start by asking you guys a question, right? So, I've been looking into this American obesity epidemic, and there's a stat that I find really interesting. How many Americans do you think are obese?
You think
30%?
about the
Okay,
other states?
he says 30%.
On the high
Okay.
end.
Now, what about you?
I have to say the percent or the people.
No, like
Percent,
the
yeah.
percentage of Americans that you think are obese right now,
Because
because it's actually very crazy.
29.
29%. Okay, that's very specific. Yeah, but let me tell you the actual answer. 40% of Americans are obese right now.
Ooh, that's...
Yeah, that
that's
is
like... how many Americans are there? 370 billion? That's... We're talking 150
Bro,
million.
you sure 40%?
yeah, 40% of Americans.
Yo, how many Americans are there? Search up. This is a research podcast. We learn with our viewers. How many people live in America? You could have just search American population. 342 to 349. Woo, that's a lot.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
40% of that is like, we're talking 160 million?
Yeah, so
That's
it's
crazy.
quite a lot of people who are obese in America.
Yeah.
But
I have a question.
Yeah.
How many percentage in, for example, in each state?
each state, I mean, I have to do more research. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because there's a specific kind of topic that I want to discuss with you guys. And that is the fact that, many of these people are obese, but even some of the people who are around the world, they might be obese and they want to lose weight. But how can you exactly lose weight? Because, you see, sure, what were you trying to say?
Remove McDonald's from the world.
Yes.
I mean,
Remove McDonald's.
that does work.
Remove Burger King,
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Jollibee, KFC. Actually,
KFC is good.
I like KFC. Yeah,
of
but
course you do.
I
I really like Popeye's fries. Okay. Let's give all the fast food, but you can only eat it if you're like not fat.
okay, no, I don't know if we can enforce that, but I have some even better tips that I can give to some of my viewers here. People might really underestimate how important simply just drinking water is, because I have a study here on my thing right now that I think I should mention. Researchers did a test on 50 overweight people, and these overweight people were instructed to drink about 300 milliliters of water 3 times a day
Like
for
this
2
much,
weeks, right?
just like this much from here to here, like 300 milliliters. This bottle's 500, so that's like this. That's like 300 milliliters.
Yeah, something like
This
that.
bottle's 500, so it's more like over here for the camera.
Yeah. So it's not that much water. Like you can drink that.
We should force them to eat vegetables and force them to go to the freaking gym. There is a gym. You have to go to the gym. They made gym for you. That don't be obese.
Yeah, going to the gym, like eating vegetables, that's very good. I'll even talk more about that later. But on the topic of water, you see, when they did the study, the participants lost 1.4 kilograms just from this one change. Yes, 1.4.
For how long?
They did this experiment for about 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2
Okay.
weeks. They lost 1.4 kilograms.
How
Just
are we-
on
how
the
are
weight,
we
just on that
sure,
one.
like-
They did it in a university.
I think it was like.
Like,
a
how are we
university study.
sure that the people who were like under those circumstances, they weren't just eating less because like they felt sort of under scrutiny because they're in a study?
No. These participants were monitored. Like they knew what was happening.
Okay.
So, the reason why I brought up this experiment is because just drinking water, just adding more water to your diet, like that makes a huge difference in losing weight, because water is a very healthy chemical that our bodies need. So, if you are
Molecule.
yeah,
I can give you an example.
yeah, if you are an overweight person, I would highly suggest that you also drink water.
Can I?
Yeah.
Andrew, can you give me your water bottle? There was a conference, and Ronaldo was sitting here, for example, in a conference, and there was 2 Coca-Cola in here,
Yeah.
and 1 water over there.
Yeah.
It was here. What 2 Coca-Cola? It was in the center.
Yeah.
That everyone can see there is a Coca-Cola. You know what did Ronaldo did?
I think I heard that story, but yeah, refresh.
Yeah, he took those Coca-Cola and replaced it with water.
Oh yeah.
Yo, can we clap for Ronaldo?
And you know what
Yeah.
happened?
It's like he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
You know how many and after that, Coca-Cola didn't sell any Coca-Cola for 1 week.
Yeah, because like Ronaldo
Yeah.
sort of like ruined their
Wow.
business.
Random and plus for Ronaldo.
Yeah, Ronaldo's a great inspiration to all. Even on this topic of losing weight, Ronaldo is a very fit soccer player. He's an amazing guy. I really respect him. But how can you become like Ronaldo? Because I have more tips for you. You see, like Yuna said earlier, going to the gym is like great. Like going 5 times a week is what's
At least
what's
3
suggested.
times. At
Not
least
for
three
example
Three to
5
five
times a
times.
week, but you can go gym for example 3 times in a week, and then you can go for the run.
Yeah,
Go for
Yeah, or
the
And
yeah,
also-
like yeah, I think like the main point is get movement at least 5 times a week.
Exactly.
But like it doesn't have to be lifting weights. Like if you're swimming or if you're playing badminton, I really like badminton. Or you're doing boxing, like I also do. You know, a lot of people they say I don't work out because I don't like it, but like you have to find something that you like a sport,
yeah,
and you
So-
won't get those things anyway.
As you guys know, I'm a soccer player.
Yes, he's a
I
soccer
love-
And wrestler.
and
Yeah,
a
that's cool.
wrestler. So if I do not move, I'm gonna forget everything about soccer, and I'm not gonna even remember what is the ball.
yeah,
So every for example twice a week I gotta go outside and play soccer and work on my skills or something like that for a run, for a speed, a sprint, everything. I gotta work on it to just learn about it and get healthy, because
yeah,
health is the most important thing in the world.
yeah,
If you don't have health, you're not gonna have money.
yeah. 'Cause
If
like,
you let me see this.
Yeah.
Less health, less time, less money.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're missing out on health, time, and money.
Yeah, that's the whole idea of this. Now, if you could just go to the gym for like 30 minutes, like 30 minutes each time. You don't have to like grind 2 hours at the gym.
Exactly.
30 minutes is enough. But I know some people might not have money for the gym, so you don't even have to go to a gym. You can just like do exercises at home, or you can like go on runs,
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
said.
Push-ups,
Yeah,
like Andrew Tate says.
yeah. But what I'm saying is that you don't need expensive gym equipment or like some kind of. You don't need daddy's money to go to the gym. All you need is
Or mom's
just,
money. Let's not be sexist.
Yeah, all you need is determination within you to work hard. Do push-ups, or if you think push-ups are boring, because I mean you have a point.
They sort
You
of
can even like go on a run, or like play sports, just like being active, because like sitting 15 hours on Discord or something, you being a Discord mod, that doesn't really help you stay
And
active.
even then, think about this. Like, if you say running's boring because like you got your brain routed from TikTok, have a
Yeah.
podcast in your brain, or like have a earbud podcast, or you know those ellipticals, like where you go like you.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You can put like your phone and you can put like your TikTok or TV show or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But
you
it's just-
I have a suggestion.
Yeah.
No, I have an example.
Yeah.
First time, in the first, for example, the years in Ronaldo's life,
Yeah.
you think he had money?
No.
No.
I heard he had like a hard childhood.
Exactly. He didn't have money. So, how he become a soccer player like this?
Yeah, because
Yes,
he was determined. He had drive within him. He wasn't sitting down being lazy. He was willing to get up and do something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Every day he went to, for example, he didn't even have money for eating food.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
You heard the story. He went. He worked hard. He went to, for example, to looking for the job, and he always worked on his soccer strengths, everything, and then he went to Sporting, and then Manchester United. After that, Real Madrid. After that, Juventus, Manchester United. Right now, Al Nassr.
Yeah, great for him.
He's so successful in the world. He's
Yeah.
the most successful I can say in the world.
How old is
Because
he now?
he's 41 right now.
Is he
Wow.
still like playing good?
I think right now I think he's turning to 41 next year. What was the
How is he
question?
playing since he's older?
He's right now. For example, we have some players under, for example, 30, but they don't even have to control the ball or pass the ball. But You know, he's even right now. He's doing bicycle kick
Wow.
in 41 years.
Yeah. I mean,
41.
I don't actually watch too much soccer, so I'm just gonna take his word for it. But that is what you call an inspiration to the athletic, environment. Because there are very few people who I know who are as determined and hardworking as Ronaldo. Now, if you could be as hardworking and determined as Ronaldo, that would just be amazing. Imagine if we had 15-year-old people just rising up, Yamin Lamal, his name
Yes.
is. We just had so many of these people rising up. That could be you if you started putting in that work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It could be anyone in the world. If you wake up and take your lazy body to the gym and you take to your lazy body and go for a run,
Yeah.
you can be successful.
Yeah. Like I say all the time, doesn't require LA Fitness membership. Doesn't require some huge sum of money to hire the best trainer in the world. All you need is just do some exercises at home and determination. But
And second of all, just eat less.
yeah,
I need healthy.
here's
You can eat less.
But I just eat
but
overall the main thing is what people say at the end of the day. Eat how your grandparents did. Eat how your great grandparents
Yeah.
did. Get I mean depending on your diet. I mean get those meat, eggs, milk, vegetables, fruits. Not too much bread or at least processed
Yeah.
bread. Not too much. Just eat.
not too much rice.
yeah.
Yeah.
And here's
Well, some people,
Yeah.
there's certain people who might really not like not enough rice. I won't
Yeah.
say who they are, but 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 at the end of the day, rice are also whole grains. But the idea is
Yeah.
a lot of the bread nowadays, there's so much studies talking about how people in the medieval ages, they could eat bread, and it would suffice them for hours and hours of work. But nowadays, bread just makes us bloated and have other issues.
because it's not the same kind of
Because they put all the chemicals in.
Yeah.
It's really messed up.
So of course, if you want to avoid issues like these, you can easily just try
Just don't buy processed food.
Yeah, just look for if you can afford it. Look for the more organic, natural kinds of bread that aren't just pumped with a whole bunch of chemicals and stuff. But another thing that I think is very important if you want to lose weight, connected to dieting and so on, is actually just eating more vegetables, because one thing that causes let me just finish this point first. You see, one thing that causes many people to constantly be craving McDonald's and fast food and snacks, is that they're not eating enough healthy food, because the idea is once you're full on healthy food, you won't
stay full.
Yeah, you'll stay full. You won't be
It's
craving Pringles.
It's how in Minecraft there's a saturation.
Yeah.
For example, when you eat, those little Minecraft the prickly berries. What are they
Oh,
called?
the sweet berries.
Sweet berries.
Yeah, they're called
Yeah, sweet berries.
sweet
The,
berries.
the red ones, the red ones.
Yeah.
And they barely fill up your hunger.
Yeah.
This is just an example for
Yeah.
and the second you eat them after, and then your hunger goes right back down.
Yeah.
Because you don't have enough saturation. When you eat let's say, a
Like-
golden carrot, you get all that saturation.
Yeah. And see, that's exactly how Mojang knew
Not
what they were
telling
doing.
you to eat golden carrots. Okay.
Yeah, but
Or any meat for that.
Mojang knew
Example.
exactly what they were doing there. Those sweet berries are just like Pringles. Pringles, they won't actually fill you up, but vegetables, healthy food like that, will fill you up, and you won't be craving more unhealthy food after that. Now, I think you have something to say.
Yeah, fiber. Fiber makes you feel full and it
Yeah.
helps with metabolism.
You know, for example, every day if you eat rice, for example, a dish of rice and for example bread together,
And
you actually clean
grains.
yourself.
Yeah.
That's not good.
It's too much
Yeah,
carbs.
because you can't be
Yeah.
eating the same amount of food just all the time. For example,
Yeah.
I heard this story of some people, these college people who were just eating ramen again and again and again. All they're eating was ramen.
Yeah, but
They were gaining some nutrients, but there are others that are
there's some
missing.
exception.
Yeah.
There are a few. You can actually live off of the same diet every day, but you have to be pre-selective about what you're picking. Ramen,
Yeah.
very high sodium.
Yeah.
But for example, potatoes, bro. I heard that sweet potatoes basically hold everything your body needs except calcium.
Oh yeah. And interesting fact about potatoes, it is actually technically possible to grow potatoes on Mars. So if you're stranded on Mars, you can actually now.
Yeah,
I don't thi-
that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think this will actually happen to any of our viewers, but like,
Hopefully.
yeah, but like, that the research showed that you can actually grow potatoes on Mars. So many of these like Mars colony projects are based on eating potatoes and so on for that reason.
Are the Irish the people who go to Mars?
We haven't chosen anybody to go to Mars yet. That's like way in
They
the
should pick
future.
the Irish ones because they always love potatoes.
Uh,
Imagine the second Irish famine. I meant potato famine.
That's interesting subject. Don't know.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You guys should vote to this in the comments.
Yes.
Oh yes, viewer engagement.
Yes.
Exactly. You choose potatoes or sweet potatoes.
Oh.
I'm actually more of a regular potatoes guy,
Me too.
but yeah. Not because of
Potato
French fries.
I really like sweet
No, no,
potato
no.
fries. They're also really good.
Just for example, you can the regular potatoes is better. No, it's not better. It's not, for example, that much
I think
healthier
both
as
is good.
Yeah.
the sweet potato. But sweet potato at all is better. But it's my opinion that I like it. I
Yeah.
like more.
I'm also more of just a regular potatoes guy. Not a huge fan of like the sweet taste, but the whole idea of this is just eat healthy, and because just eating healthy will also help you lose weight, look better. But another thing that'll help you lose weight as well is exercising, building up that determination within you to actually put in the work to do that. But I also want to talk about building confidence too, because if you want to become like the best man you can possibly become,
you need confidence.
Yeah.
You need belief in yourself.
you need confidence as well. Now, I'm a guy who's done a lot of research on confidence as well, so I know how it works. The way confidence works is when you have something.
Like a self-improvement podcast now.
Well,
That could
there are
be
lot-
interesting.
there's lots of
I have
good
an
things
option.
too.
I have a suggestion.
Wait,
for
can
you.
I just finish this point first?
Let's just take.
Okay,
a
sure,
second.
sure.
My suggestion is if you wanna get confidence,
Yeah.
go for a run, and then, for example, put your AirPods on and listen to funk songs.
Yeah.
If you want to be confident, do something hard that pushes yourself.
Yeah, because the way confidence works. Let me tell you how confidence works. Confidence works when you see something in yourself that your brain intuitively likes. For example, like if you have just accomplished something big, let's say on a small level, you just got a 100% on your math test, or on a larger level, you have just set up a business, it's successful, now you're proud of yourself. What will happen is that you will see yourself as an amazing person who can do anything. You can go on runs because you love yourself. You can, talk to girls or whatever because you love yourself. Like, you're just so in love with what you're doing, and like you really believe in yourself.
Yeah, not
so
being narcissistic, but yeah, basically. And the thing about confidence, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
But with confidence, it's not built off of sand. You have to build it off of previous smaller actions, and these things build up.
Yeah. But there are actually smaller things that you can do to make yourself more confident. One thing that I really like to look into is skincare. Because
Yeah.
many guys, as we may know, they're not doing skincare. They just simply don't care.
Yeah, for example, when
Yeah.
they wake up, they're not washing their face. They're just
Yeah.
going to the home and tell to his mom and his dad, hello.
Or even worse, the second they wake up, they just immediately go on their phone. Like
Yeah.
they don't
Ooh, that
like
is
they don't
true.
even get out of bed. Like yeah, these people are cooked. Yeah.
Do not put your phone. Do not, no matter what you do, do not put your phone next to your bed.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't tell you how much alarms I've snoozed or turned off because it's right next to my bed. Here's like a tip. Put your phone in a place that's really annoying to get to.
Yeah.
Like so annoying
Like-
that you have to get up and you have to stay up. And by the time you're up, it's like, I really gotta go back to sleep. So what
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt, but my habit is get up, make my bed so I can't just slip back in, drink some water, turn on the lights, and then I'll get to my alarm. And once you build that habit,
Yeah.
and then eventually at that point, it's like, I'm already awake. What's the point? Because, dude, I'm telling you, this morning, bro. So my dad worked late today, so
Yeah.
was my sister's birthday, so we eat the cake when he comes back, and I wake up at 7, so that was 11:30. So I got like bad sleep last night. I was like, when I got up, I was feeling like horrible, but I did it. Well, I was like, instead of just giving up and going back to sleep, I was like, you know what? Let's just get up and do
Yeah,
this.
like that mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell the ultimate fix to procrastination, because I procrastinated a lot.
We all did.
Yes. There's two main things. First of all, know what you're procrastinating. I feel like I'm a little bit extreme with it, but what I've been doing recently, I've been doing an hourly check-in. What am I procrastinating? What am I being lazy on? You don't have to do that, I'm saying. Check in with yourself a few times a day. What am I procrastinating? Second of all, just start. Your start, it doesn't have to be perfect. Your start doesn't have to be great. We lie to ourselves and try to hype ourselves up to start or this or that. No, you just start. Even if you start for 30 seconds, you know why? Because this is literally psychology. You know when you have something that's unfinished, it's always on your mind because it's a unclosed loop. It's the same idea. If you just start, now you've opened that loop in your mind. And it's like, okay, I gotta finish this. I gotta close it. So,
You know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm doing with my phone when I sleep. For example, regularly or usually I sleep at 10:30. In for example, usually,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but 10:30 or sometimes 11.
like 10:30 as in you're in bed at 10:30 or you, like you're asleep?
No, I'm going to bed like something like 10:20.
Yeah.
10:29.
In fact, science
No,
actually
10:25,
yeah,
10:25.
science actually shows that 10:30 is actually like the best time you can actually like go to bed at, because that's what aligns with your circadian rhythm.
Yo, that's sort of when I go to sleep.
Yeah.
At least when I
And the
try
last
to.
thing I want to say,
Yeah, you'll say this and then we'll round off
Yes.
this episode.
and believe in yourself. You
Yeah.
can do everything that you want.
You can do it.
You
And
know,
yeah.
I have this. You know what is right on it? Believe in yourself. I
Yes.
always put it in my hand because I have to believe when I can't do, when I'm telling myself to, no, I can't do this. I'm watching this. I'm looking at this, and this tell me believe in yourself. You
Yeah.
can do
Yeah,
it.
I want to say one more tiny thing
Yeah.
before we end off. Put it back. Listen. If you are procrastinating something right now, if you, maybe you know you're procrastinating something. Maybe
Yeah.
you're telling yourself you aren't, but you know you really are. I want you to just say, you know what? What is the first thing I can do? The smallest thing I can do. That's just 1% of what I need to do. What's the first step I can do?
Yeah.
Because when we have this whole giant thing in our mind, it's intimidating. That's why we procrastinate. Because the idea of what we have to do feels so bad and so negative, we try to avoid it as long as you can.
Yeah.
So break it down into something smaller and just start.
Yeah.
You need to do that. And here's another thing. Every day, what did I do wrong? And what can I do to be better?
Yeah. And one last thing I'd like to say, I want to round off with a quote that I've heard from a guy. His name is Rocky Balboa.
Ooh.
You know him? Yeah. He said something that really inspires me.
The
you know,
cameraman
and many
better.
people.
The cameraman, go along with it.
Yeah, it's something really inspiring for people who are going through hard times, lacking confidence, not being as,
Come on,
the best
cameraman.
version of themselves. He said, you might have heard this, the world ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
Come on, cameraman.
It is a very mean and
Cameraman,
nasty
please.
place, and I don't care how tough you are, it'll beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you're hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That is how winning is done. So if you know what you're worth, you got to go on and get what you're worth. But you got to be willing to take those hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and
that
is
isn't you.
You're better than that. So I'll see you in the next episode, everyone.
See you.
Have a great one.
Stay smart.
Peace.
Stay real.
Yes.